Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are having a look at what's in my bag. So if you're new here, I'm Michelle. I've just graduated from a Bachelor of Science at the University of Melbourne. I thought we could have a look at what I brought to uni just on a regular uni day, and maybe it'll give you an idea of what you should bring, what the essentials are for going into uni, if it's your first time going in or if you've just not been on campus for a while. Before we get started, I just want to say that I highly recommend that you use a backpack to bring your things with you to go to uni. Of course, it depends on what you're studying and what you do bring on campus. If you're bringing maybe less than a kilo's worth to uni, then it's probably alright to use a tote, and it's probably more efficient that way instead of you lugging around a massive backpack for like 3 things. But if you're bringing anything more, then just use a backpack. It is so much better on your back. It's good for your health. So without further ado, let's have a look inside my bag. Enjoy the video. The main thing that I bring to uni, of course, is what I do my work on. Usually this will be my Mac, sometimes it is the iPad. It really depends on the kind of work or the kind of lectures I'll be attending, but my usual is just the Mac. It's what I'm used to, it's what I take most of my notes on. If I do know that I've allocated a certain day for specific studies or specific tasks that requires an iPad as well, then I'll bring both. Or if I need to be more efficient with the number of screens I have available to me, then I'll bring both my iPad and my Mac and work off of both of those things. I suggest that if you're going to take a device such as an iPad or a Mac or a tablet, that you buy a bag that has like a sleeve in it. Sleeve that will keep it safe and protected in case your bag does drop. I say that because it's happened to me before. My bag literally dropped to the floor and my Mac was in there, thankfully safe, but my Mac was in there and I had a heart attack. Although I do usually take my notes on a Mac or on an iPad, I also bring some pens, a highlighter and whiteout just in case. My iPad case has a pouch that is perfect for holding all these things. So I've got my whiteout. It is like the cheapest one. It's Keji. It works fantastically for me. As for the pens, I don't usually bring this many, but when I was preparing for the video, I just like took the whole handful. I usually use the Muji pens in the 0.38 millimeters because I like my writing to be skinny. For the highlighter, I usually just bring the one because I don't color code with my highlighting when I'm just at uni and looking at random notes. I am using the Stabilo Swing Cool. This is like a Sephora haul. I love Stabilo because as a child, it's what my dad used when he was like working. And that's like random story. Again, on the whole notes side of things, I usually take my notes digitally. If I do need to write things, I'll do it on the handout that the lecturer is given. If I find that I really need to write something down, I don't bring a notebook with me and I don't bring spare paper either because I don't like bringing spare random paper and then having to compile that along with the normal things. Like when I get back home, I bring my planner to uni. This is lovely because it also really helps me out with my faith walk and like my mental health, my spiritual health. So there are so many things that I love about it, but the main point is that I do bring my planner to uni, and if I do need to write down notes, a lot of planners have like a note section in the back just for random notes, or if you've got like a page per day planner, then you can just write random notes in there that you find you need to take. But in general, I don't really need to take notes handwritten anyway, so this is just a backup. Obviously not just for the notes. The main reason I do bring my planner is because it helps me keep track of my to-do list for the day and my schedule for the day, so I always have that with me. Moving on from the whole notes section side of things, we're now going into more like the mundane essentials. I always bring this pouch in like every bag that I bring, so if I need to move on from using my backpack to using my tote bag instead, this pouch will go with it. Let us go through the pouch now. Firstly, pad for when I have an uninvited friend. In case I have an unexpected guest arriving on a certain day that I was not expecting it on, hence why it's an unexpected guest, I'll bring a pad just for emergencies, either for me if it's unexpected for me, or for a friend if it's unexpected for them or they've run out. So pad, always fantastic. Next thing, hand sanitizer, and this is why it's always at the front part of my bag to keep the Rona away. Also mints, 3 reasons. First one, you don't want to be talking to people with bad breath. You don't want to be breathing in bad breath in your mask if you're using a mask. And also I use like the peppermint one, and that's really helped me to keep awake in those lectures, like right after lunch when you're feeling like the lunch slump coming on. Finally, in my pouch I have just a Vaseline. I don't bring tissues that's like in a plastic pouch because it's not very environmentally friendly to buy them like that. I usually just take a couple of pieces from like the tissue boxes I have at home. I also recommend bringing in like maybe hair clips and hair ties advise if you're not someone who leaves your house with your hair done up already, just because your hair will get messy when you're walking around uni and just going to and from places, and the weather's not always going to be fantastic for holding your hair in the way you had it in the morning. Forgive the somehow dirty mirror, but I completely forgot. Because I finished my smaller hand cream, I've moved on to a bigger one. I always bring a hand cream as well. It's usually in the pouch, but because this hand cream is bigger than the one I had before, it was out of the pouch, and so I didn't see it at the bottom of my bag. Always bring a hand cream because you're gonna wash your hands a lot. You've been using hand sanitizer a lot to keep yourself COVID safe, and your hands are gonna dry out if you don't take care of them and if you don't moisturize them. So bring hand cream. Going on from the pouch, pretty apt to follow with my wallet. I've got my license, I've got my ID to get in and out of buildings. I do know that some people still prefer to take cash on campus or will offer like a 10% discount if you're using cash. So I do have some cash around, although I don't prefer. I highly suggest you always bring, oh, that's the other one. Oh my gosh, I got two. Bring band-aids with you wherever you go. You never know when you're gonna get a paper cut or your ankle's gonna get sore from the shoes that you're wearing. This is someone who's got experience from that. Oh. So the next thing I have got is I usually bring some snacks, and this just got squashed in my bag. I'm kind of sad about it. I usually bring snacks and my lunch. More often than not, I will bring my lunch from home because it helps me to save an extra $15 every day. If I'm spending a full day at uni, probably 3 to 4 snacks. You burn so much energy when you're studying. It also serves as really nice motivation as well, and nice encouragement. Let yourself have snacks at certain checkpoints. On top of the snacks and lunch, I also bring in my water bottle, my hydro flask. It's not an actual hydro flask. I don't know if hydro flask, is that a brand or is that a type of water bottle? I don't know. I clearly don't keep up with the trends. Thermally insulated water bottle, which is great because especially now in the summer, you're gonna want your drinks nice and cool. So this one I just got at Coles. If you're doing a lot of studying and a lot of walking around between buildings, between classes, between lectures, you're gonna want to keep yourself hydrated. You don't want to be out here having a heat stroke. I will aim to finish the water in my bottle after a certain time, like maybe after 1 session or 2 sessions, and then I will use up that session to go downstairs to fill up my bottle, to have a bit of a walk around, and also to go to the toilet to empty my bladder from all the drinking that I'm doing. Next thing that I do bring is a flannel or a jumper. Because it's summer, I would be bringing the flannel along. It does help when the library gets a bit cool, or if you're out in the lawn and you need something to lie down on. Like, I'm not gonna lug around my entire picnic blanket. If again in the summer I'm wearing shorts or a skirt, it's just more comfortable for me to put this over my legs while I am sitting in on a lecture or a class. Next thing, I also bring a book. I've just finished Plato's The Republic, so I'm moving on to Orwell's 1984. I don't like thinking about uni 24/7 while I'm at uni, so yeah, I bring a book to uni so that I keep myself balanced and not just constantly looking at uni things and uni work throughout the day. Finally, the last thing that I bring as a uni essential is my headphones. So I am using the XM4s, and these are fantastic because their noise cancelling function, I really strongly suggest that you do invest in them when you get to uni, because you're going to find yourself needing to do certain work in the worst places. These are useful obviously in the library when you just want to get your head stuck in your work and you're not in a silent space, and if you're moving around on public transport and you just kind of want to be in your own zone, and if you're on campus but your lectures are still like online learning, then you can be using these so you're not distracting the people around you, and you're also not getting distracted by the noises around you. And with that, we have gone through what's in my bag for a normal day at uni. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that it has helped you figure out what you need to bring to uni, and if you're preparing to finally go on campus for the first time, I hope that it's reminded you of things you might need to bring to uni so that you don't forget any of the essentials. Let me know as well if there's something that you think should be an essential for uni days. Leave it down in the comments. As usual, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, and press the notification bell, and anything else that there might be to do with YouTube. That is all from me for today. Thank you so much for coming along. I'll see you guys next week. Bye! If you're new here, hello, I am Michelle. Welcome back. Oh no, not welcome back, because you're new here. So for today, I'm talking back. That for further ado, let's see what in my bag. I should have opened this earlier. And digitally, although I do usually take my notes digitally. I can't say that word. Although I do usually take my notes digitally.